as you're doing your planning and thinking about the year, we want to give you some advice and protect you against what the biggest security threats we see are that are out there right now. Hello, it's Brendan Howe here with another C-Suite Tech Talk, where we give technology strategy advice specifically for leaders, executives of organizations. Today we're talking about the 3 biggest security threats for 2023. So here we go. Still one of the biggest threats out there. Email accounts are getting hacked all over the place by businesses. Hackers are harvesting the information in them. They're doing all sorts of nefarious things to make money, get money wired to the wrong place, invoices paid to the wrong people, all sorts of stuff like that. Like we've come across businesses where we'll onboard them as clients and find out that they had email accounts that were hacked for a year. Number 2, ransomware. Every year, still a threat, still a bigger threat. We progressed from ransomware that just led to business interruption to ransomware that stole your data and threats to expose it, on the web and unleash it on the web. When a business gets ransomware, it's days, if not weeks, for them to deal with it and recover it. And number 3 is malware. All sorts of different types of malware. Sometimes ransomware will get a payload through malware a lot of times, but there's all sorts of different types of malware out there, whether it's key loggers or that kind of thing. So those 3 things we got to protect it against. So what do? Do we panic? Do we say, hey, we're just going to get hacked? No, here's what we do. We're going to put in place a security roadmap, a cybersecurity roadmap. So we need to look at the year and say, okay, over the course of the next 12 months, what are we going to do? We have to do more. Any business, business organization, regardless of where you are right now, you need to do more on the cybersecurity side of things because you did a bunch of stuff last year, but now the hackers are doing a bunch more. So they're doing more, so you have to do more. So it starts with having that roadmap. How do you develop that roadmap? There should be a process in place about constantly reviewing your environment against cybersecurity best practices. We have hundreds of them. And there's so many different, even little things to how the firewall is set up, to how the back end of your Microsoft 365 accounts, to your computers, to your data. And so the process piece that somebody is constantly auditing, reviewing, and aligning to best practices, that's super critical. And then when that's happening, the risks are being identified in your environment. That's flowing up to you at an executive level. And then you can put together that cybersecurity roadmap for the year. Now, the other piece too that I just want to emphasize that we're asking all of our clients to do for the coming year is think about putting in place enhanced cybersecurity monitoring and threat hunting. This used to be, in the industry, it's called SIM and SOC services. It used to be hey, that would be nice to have, or if you're an enterprise, you need to have that. Now we're suggesting it's a must-have because there's just too many threats out there, and the cost to businesses when you don't identify quickly if email accounts are compromised, if there's malware on the system, if there's man-in-the-middle attacks or key loggers or stuff like that, the cost to our businesses is huge. So let's be proactive. Let's benefit this. Let's make sure that we have at the top of our mind for 2023, cybersecurity and how we're going to protect ourselves from those 3 big threats. Thanks for watching today. Don't forget, reach out to us if you need some help and some advice on the cybersecurity front. You can call, you can email, you can go to our website, whatever you prefer. We'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.